Chapter 7, 2 words, Apo Calypso. This is proof that there is a veil. This journey, few have gone on, and even more do not know it's true. Many others do not believe, and I'd say almost all today, you're not going to know what I'm sharing with you. There are paths to enlightenment on this planet, paths, plural, written down and practiced. One path is a cure for mental health. This is a path to knowledge. Some would say this is the path without a step. Yes, I did say cure. There's links on my book with references, so you need not believe me. Plural, paths. Most of us believe there is one path to believe in God or religion, but that is an error in thinking, for there are many paths. To simplify, but even more simple, I'll end up highlighting just 2 for you. This will show you what religion is and which path you are on. Religion is one path. In fact, you could change religions many times and still be on the same path. You could say you're not religious and be on this same exact path. For religion is simply one path. And I'd say this path in the East is a path of karma yoga or maybe bhakti yoga, devotion. Both these paths lead to the same destination, which is purifying your karma, your action. 2 other paths you've experienced and did not know is Kriya Yoga. This is people who follow the essence of God in everything. I see these beings as what the West may consider granolas or hippies or tree huggers. They are different and full of the essence. The last of these 4 paths is Jnana Yoga, Jhana. This is the path without one step. I feel like this path is hidden and few yogis seem to know this path. This is a path of knowledge. This is a path that has enlightened me, or at least a little bit. This is a path that will cure mental health for one. You must figure out who this one is. It will never be what you think. It will be found in how you know. Beautifully, the 2 paths of karma and jnana are the same path in action. Read the Bhagavad Gita to understand how these 2 complement each other as karma and jnana. Action and knowledge. Today, these 2 paths are weaved together for the West as religion and science. But it's kind of backwards. If you take a close look, you'll see science is believing in knowledge and religion is using belief as knowledge. Well, belief simply means a fact that you don't know. Can you see how the power of words and knowledge here can help you? If we keep believing, we tend to go around in circles for eternity. This is karma, action, a current to be ripped away from in the now. Past our mind's compulsions of what we all believe and feel is a greater reality we share. Few realize this in our lifetime. In this greater or higher reality, you'll find you are perfect and safe 99% of the time. In the East, the whole point of being alive is to commune with the big guy here and now, to gain clarity through knowledge, to seek to know God. We need not believe. What we believe as enlightenment is actually a path to know God here and now. The term God becomes clear, becomes enlightened after you've experienced to know the self. This, again, is experiential, not believed in. Think of it this way. If you and I were in a boat and no land was in sight, would you want to believe you can swim before you jumped in the water? Or do you want to know you can swim before you jumped in? I feel like this metaphor is death for me. I want to learn how to swim with God rather than expect He will save me. Somehow, I know We are all in this water in the ocean of God. We can either swim or sink. My suggestion is learn how to swim. But today, I believe these two paths are backwards. I also feel if people knew these paths and understood the teachings and knowledge, we could apply it to realize a more efficient and effective way to act in the now, which is responding and definitely not reacting. For how to act, how to move is what we're all seeking. We all desire knowledge to become more aware, more conscious, and to feel God, which we have called love, joy, happiness, truth, light. Bunch of different words. For where we all are is stuck in darkness, believing it's the light. I believe this is our backwardness because you are the light. We need not believe. Light is or it is not. Past good or bad, things just are. Most of us are stuck in our subconscious or cocoon, not knowing and continuing to believe the best we can. Well, this is enough for some. For those who know the mind, they know the mind is abusing life. To change anything, we must desire a better existence first. Then we must become disciplined and improve our willpower to not react no matter what. If you can do this, then come with me and download my app named Butorfly. I'll show you over time the path to jnana, the Vedas, and knowledge that can help you discover your true self. Butorfly is the path of how. I don't just tell you, I show you. You are purity, you are perfectness and consciousness in the now. In the East, they know where God resides. It's the space between nowhere. Now, here, you shall find God. Nowhere else. God is found inside of you first. Just like Hawaiians know Aloha is our essence to share. God, life, love is to be shared with all. We must fix this in our hearts, then families, then communities. In the East, they know words we do not. In Hawaii, we know things the West does not. Words such as Sattvic and Pono has no English translation, but Sattvic is Hindu and it means Pono, which is Hawaiian. In English, these two words basically mean harmonious action, the all factor. The correct action that is needed is a defined word in other cultures. This is the correct action for our backwards life. For when we live backwards, you can see what live backwards spells. We must go into our own hell, which is inward first. Look in the mirror. This is Brahma video. The only way to do this is if you have lived. Lived backwards too spells the face of your sabotage. There is one big dog, forward and backwards. He is still your best friend. Come with me. Attached to my writings are hyperlinks, so you need not believe me at all. Think of this as the biggest scavenger hunt that you ever been on. There are clues everywhere for you to discern and choices how to act. This is the experiential path for the academic, religious, and non-religious. It's time to investigate. The simplicity is when you realize this is truth and fact, you will eventually want to know how this trick is done. This is my proof for you and only you in time. You may want to become the magician and stop being entertained by this amateur magician. Learn the trick on your own. Practice every day and watch how you master many skills such as discernment. To show you this, I'm going to show you our team. The guys that went before you, the veterans of our team, our dream team, the guys who played the game, and their knowledge reflects our coach and them, their essence. Our gladiators who lived, who spoke, and now you can hear them if you desire. Listen to hear as I show you the truth. Do not idolize these men. This is our dream team of possibilities, the dream team of all time. Your brothers. Imagine if a Super Bowl, the biggest concert, biggest convention for all, announces the lineup. Cue the music. Starting the all-time leading quarterback, the creator of the Hail Mary pass, the man with the plan, the Rock of Gibraltar, JC, also known as Jesus Christ. And in time, you realize everyone is looking at you. In the East, Christianity would be applied by understanding Jesus is found within. That's how the East sees life. We are all one. Jesus, aka God, Allah, Yahweh, Light, or as I like to call him personally, God, Bob. As a Catholic, for my Ohana, respectfully, this is where Jesus resides, which we all feel. And if we ever doubted, it's only because we didn't know. I think we all felt it. But this is a little bit more than a feeling. This is a knowing that is inside. Our personal experiences. Our dream team mostly knew they did not know. For what they did see without their eyes is found within all. They did not believe in our Father. They knew our Father. As some may believe in your dad, and few know your dad. As people may believe in you, and few know you. Listen to hear the self in calmness. This is our brothers and sisters. That big part in time, in religion, in culture, in class, and money over time. This list is to break all those barriers to show the similarities of all of our brothers over time. These men is known as Jesus, Socrates, Einstein, Gautama, which is Buddha, Aristotle, Plato, Bob Marley. The list goes on. In fact, from now on, I hope people consider that anybody that is a genius, they cross-reference their path with the Vedas. All of these men, their path has crossed through Brahma Vidya or the Vedas somehow. I'm going to give you more evidence to ponder through the connection of Jesus for those who may be Christian, for you to understand apocalypse through a different light. So apocalypse is a word that many people will have an image in their mind. And right now, to play with you, think of what you believe of the word apocalypse. Now this next part, chapter 7, is the removal of the veil. So Jesus came with a two-part mission. The first part was to change the self view of God, the conditioned view of God. The second part is to change your view of the self. Jesus is known in the Quran. This is the Muslim Bible, and also known as a Buddhist monk as Saint Isa, and he's also known in our Bible as Jesus Christ. The second part of his mission is the removal of your veil. This is an Eastern concept, knowledge that is practiced and not believed in. This must be chosen by you. Our veil is our ignorance, our belief. One cure for ignorance is knowledge. The other is applying knowledge to know over time. Simply put, his second part of his mission is for you to become enlightened. His poetic words, we all know as compassion and love and his essence of knowledge. He did not speak through the Bible. He spoke from within. He chose the words apocalypse for Act 2, your part. If you desire to walk in his path, you must take the first step. Apocalypse is two Greek words. I'll let your mind figure out what Jesus meant. Apo is removal, and calypso is veil. Enlightenment is without a veil, without Maya. Realize we are all God. God is found and known inside first, then realized all around, in many different waves of time and seas. God is in all as water connects the waves and the ocean. We know only a different form of God, and our minds categorize them as name and form. However, you may see the error. God is more than a name and form. There is a third element of life, and I'd say this is the essence of life, of God, of the now, of truth. This is the greater truth, past what our minds think is what we experience and know. This is the invisibleness, seen without our eyes. What we know is more matter from our heart in the now. What we believe today is what you can know in time, may enlighten you to know a greater truth or reality of the now. All synonymous with you, the self. The self is a source of your journey to know by experience. Your perfectness is found within. You can experience this, and in fact, if you don't, you can never know it. Hope you get that. Removal of our veil must be chosen by you. I hope I can show you the veil and how to remove it in time. Thank God that we have Eastern brothers that know this knowledge. Thank Jesus for leaving his path, his life, and his words. You just may not have known where Jesus' high school was. And this high school was in Tibet. At Jesus' high school in Tibet, he learned the self is defined by you and how you relate with life, which is your personality, and the persona you act out, which is the ego, which is your fears or wants. This is also a reflection of our condition, but this is not the real you, the higher self. This is the lower self. The self initially is immature. It's our minds, our egos, our personalities. This is a fraction of the self. Specifically, this is the self fractured, and it can be healed with grounding. Personally, I think this is our orientation stuck in survival. Simply, this is our bias. To fix just gets your ass to move in a different direction. You'll see how stubborn your mind is. And you may start realizing a split within your choice and will. The choice to get out of your current, will you or will you not react? Will you or will you not respond? The cure is the all if you're ass king. Now, all you need is more direction, challenges, knowledge, and opportunities to practice awareness in the now. The direction is inward. While your mind is obsessed with what you want and fear, focus on the now and see your fears and wants are not real. What's real in the now can only be known by one. The center of truth, consciousness, love with all, the self, your perfectness, our perfectness. Any fraction of that, we become insecure. When realized there is no void, nothing can change or fix. Anything and everything is perfect, and it reflects God's play, and you are just the main actor for right now. This is the second act. How do you move when you know the self? When you know the self resides in all, from a baby to a puppy to a spider to snakes. What is it that you desire for this world? Once you realize your fear is an illusion and your wants go away because you reside in contentment, what you desire for all, when you act in this essence, I'd say this world gets to experience the glory and miracle of God from you. We just got to get our bias self out of the way for a while. One interesting educational point in the East, they see the mind as the most ferocious beast. And the tool to control the beast, or the ox, is named a yoke. Y-O-K-E. Yoke is also the root word for yoga. The interesting thing while we're talking about Jesus is this is ancient words, and you'll hear Jesus in the Bible says, use my word as your yoke. You're going to see some similarities here. Put the picture together. Your empowerment of consciousness will reflect our empowerment. Your desire only for all creates your will. Your desire to be independent and know truth is your journey to discover the true self. This is a path without one step. First, we must learn how to sit. So keep meditating and work on awareness without reacting. Then only respond in the way you desire others to experience you. Just like when you were a kid, ground yourself until you learn. Try to ground the body with the earth and ground your mind with the now and knowing. You may start to use and realize truth in the now. Truth is two things and ultimately only one of the two. What you believe is your cocoon, your condition, your family, your religion, life, and events. And this gives you the current perspective of good and bad for you. This is our selfish kind of self-thinking, feeling allied with our wants and voids as well as our fears. This is our internal reality, our cocoon, not the greater reality. This gives you your personal bias. This is one level of truth. The deeper level of truth is what you know in time and while you're applying it. Truth is in the now. Existential reality is true. And anything not existentially true or real is just not true or real. Truth is a reflection of what you know and do not know right now. This will be your greater truth for the self that knows all. This is breaking free from your cocoon, your veil, your Maya. Jesus showed he was enlightened and proof of the Vedas. In his words, just look at his words. He says, I and my Father are one. Now, for conventional thinking, think of Neo from the Matrix. When he was realized, all became one and one became all. This happens when our veil is removed. Apocalypse is Apo, removal. Calypso is veil. This is highlighting the connection with Maya. And Maya is known in the East as the veil of ignorance. Once again, I believe Jesus came for a two-part mission. The first part, when he came into our lives, the average person, will say around him, the Jewish person, may have believed that God was a vengeful and vindictive God. We may have feared God. And then this beautiful being comes in our life, and he's able to say words at that time, 2,000 years ago, that has changed us today. That the self, the normal view of the mind, there's a good possibility that you might be afraid of God, but you may have inside of you that God is love. That is a gift from Jesus, as well as the words that he comes from. So the first part of Jesus' mission was to change the self-view of God for everybody. But the part two, which you come in, is the apocalypse, is when you change your view of the self. I hope you enjoy Butorfly's program to discover who's behind the I. And I'm hoping that you may be able to remove your veil of Maya and to see and experience the self here and now. If you'd like more details, my book has a lot more details that it didn't say. This is hopefully the interesting part, and I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck on your journey, discovering who's behind the I. Jump on into Butorfly. for a step-by-step journey on a journey without one step. Aloha.